Excuses sound best to the person that's making them up.
Talking to my mirror like I love you so much. Curving on my critics like I heard you, so what?
Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Awaken the beast inside. It's game on. It's go season.
Today we have Christian Anderson Jr., a 10th grader that goes to Lovett High School, committed to Michigan. Man, I know a lot of people are not liking that you committed so early. Can you tell us why you decided to commit so early and what some of the haters are saying about it?
Well, one of the main reasons, or some of the main reasons why I committed so early was because I established like a really good relationship with Coach Howard and the Michigan staff. And they were really one of the first people to believe in what I can do. And they didn't just care about like what I can do on the court, but they cared off the court. They cared about my academics, my family, and kind of me as a person. So that was one of the main reasons I committed to Michigan. And you know, some people say that I committed early, but many people don't have the opportunity that I have to get my best offer on my best score right away. So most people have to wait. So
I like your mindset because, like you said, a lot of people don't get the opportunity as a sophomore to commit to a high major like Michigan. Just a little bit about you. Right now, you're averaging 32 points per game as a sophomore, right? Man, you got 2 more years left of high school. How are you going to set the bar higher? What are some goals you hope to achieve through your career?
Well, right now my high school goals, my main goal is to win a state championship. And you know, next year and my senior year, I'm hoping to do everything a lot better. So that includes like scoring, passing, making my teammates better, winning another championship and stuff like that.
Man, so I know your work ethic is extremely hard. We're here at the gym right now after you just left high school practice. How long have you been playing basketball?
Well, I've been playing basketball since I was like 2 years old.
Tell me about that journey.
My dad was playing basketball like overseas, and that's where I first started shooting basketballs, and then came over here, and then I think it was like about not until like second grade or the first grade I was in my first game, and you know, it just went up from there.
Got to drive past the cone. Let's go. There you go. Right. Got to be high school now. Jab him hard, get him off balance, and shoot that ball. A little bit more jittery over there on the jab. Good.
So, like you just mentioned, your dad was a former pro, right? How hard is it sometimes to follow up with his expectations?
Well, it's not really hard to follow up with the expectations because I've been doing it my whole life, so it might be hard for some other people but to me and you know my brother's like normal at this point.
Jab him harder. You gotta lose him on that jab. Good, that's good. Good, Chris, good control.
So, how much would you say him being a former pro helps your game right now?
It helps like a lot because most people don't have pros as parents, and I'm lucky enough to have my dad who already knows like the ropes, and he knows what's best for me and how to do it because he's already been at that level.
Hey, so you said you started playing at 2 years old, right? At what age did you realize that you really could do this, that you know that you can go to a high major D1 school?
Well, it wasn't that I didn't really like realize it at any age. It's just like I've always put in the work, and so I've known that if I listen to my dad and keep doing what I'm doing, then I can go anywhere.
Why do you feel like you haven't got any national publicity yet, even though you're always top 5 in scoring, top 5 in three-point percentage? Why do you feel like people really haven't noticed who Chris Anderson is?
Well, I think one of the main reasons is because they just really don't know what kind of player I am. They always look at like what's on paper, you know, height and stuff, but they don't take time out and really watch how I play and, you know, like what things I do on the court and off the court. So I think that's really the missing.
Tell us a little bit about what kind of player you are.
I think I'm a hybrid guard. You know, I can create off the dribble, shoot, facilitate, make my teammates better, lead on the court.
All right, so you're going to Michigan. How do you feel like you'll adjust coming from the South, going all the way up to Michigan, and the weather being cold?
Yeah, well, weather's going to be a big adjustment, you know, because mainly warm throughout the year in Atlanta, but I think I'll fit in just fine. You know, the system they run, I feel like it really fits me, and that's also one of the main reasons why I chose that school.
All right, Chris. So like you said before, we know that you work hard. Most people can't shoot the way that you can shoot. Can you just tell us a little bit about what it takes to get to that level of shooting and just how you prepare yourself before you even approach a game?
Well, so the way I got to how I'm shooting right now is just consistency and being diligent, working the right way with my dad. You know, we started off, you know, perfecting one area and then move on to the next. And right now we're perfecting the three.
Y'all are getting pretty close to it. Right now you're shooting 46% from the three-point line, 55% as a regular field goal. That's different, unheard of. You're a small guard working very efficiently on the floor. Can you just tell us a little bit about how you do it? How do you pick your spots? How do you know when to shoot? Things like that.
Yeah, so I know when to shoot, so if somebody gives me like a little bit of space, I know I have a quick enough shot and a good enough shot to get my shot off and hit the shot, you know, 50% of the time in the game. You know, some people, when they just like hear that I make all these threes, they wonder how much I shoot. And when they hear I score like 55 points, they think I shot so many times. But they don't know that I'm probably like one of the most efficient players, and I only take good shots.
That's what you do, right?
Yeah.
And can you tell us a little bit about why it's so easy, about how many shots you make a day during workouts, how consistently you're making these shots?
During my workouts, I try to go always 90 plus out of 100 when we're shooting sets. Yeah, we mainly shoot sets out of 100. So I'm probably putting up like 1,000 shots a day.
Compared to what, 20 shots in a game?
Yeah.
So it's easy for you. So my last question for you, Chris, is what type of person is Michigan getting? Not just a basketball player, but describe yourself as a person, as a student, as a leader, and as a basketball player.
Yeah, so the type of player Michigan's getting is, you know, a diligent player both on and off the court, person who gets his things done, you know, grades, putting in the work every day to achieve what I need to do. And, you know, I'm an all-A student, don't get into any trouble. Yeah, basically things like that. They can expect a really, you know, focused player both on and off the court. Yeah.
My last question I wanted to ask you is, what's your why? Like, why do you play basketball? Why do you love it?
I don't say that I love basketball. When people say that, they're kind of confused because they're like, how don't you love basketball? And they don't really know like the levels of, you know, liking the game, loving the game, and living the game. You know, some people just like the game. They do it on their free time. It's like their second option. They rather, you know, go out with their friends and stuff rather than play basketball. People who love the game, you know, work every day, but you know, there's people like me who live the game, wake up, do basketball, you know, do basketball again some other point in the day. You know, I work out like twice a day, and it's kind of what I do. It's not a day that goes by where I don't do basketball. So that's how I live the game, and I think there's very few people who live the game like me, because, you know, many people just love the game.
Yeah. Talking to my mirror like I love you so much. Curving on my critics like I heard you, so what? You can't kill my confidence, I think I'm the man. Tally all the I ever gave on my head. Lately I've been living like I can't take a loss. They ain't wanna help me, that's
Go Blue.
You can't kill my confidence, I think I'm the man. We don't give a that's what they don't understand.
Back again like flu season. I broke records while loose leafing. I'm coming down my roof, leaving. Don't give a I don't care. Did the by my lonesome. No wonder now I'm on one. No shortcuts on that long run. All I really want is my share.